Hello everyone. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday, it's April 17. We can have Bible question and answer. Alright, let's begin. So this is our first question. What request did Jacob make to his son Joseph on his deathbed? The answer in Old Testament in Genesis chapter 49, verse 29 to 30. To be buried in Canaan. That's the answer. The next one, which three disciples were taken by Jesus to witness the transfiguration? In the New Testament, in Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, the answer of that question are Peter, James, and John. I'm gonna repeat the question. Which three disciples were taken by Jesus to witness the transfiguration? It was Peter, James, and John. The next one. In the story of the Garden of Eden, who are the two main people we read about? So we gonna see that in Genesis chapter 2. If you read all in chapter 2, they were Adam and Eve. It was Adam and Eve. Our next question is in Old Testament about what did Samson lie to Delilah 3 times? What did Samson lie to Delilah 3 times? The answer is the secret of his strength. We can see that in Judges chapter 16. The next one, what were the first 4 words Jesus said to the disciples when he first saw them after his resurrection? We see that in a New Testament, he said, "Peace be unto you." We'll see that in John chapter 20, verse 19. The next one, in Old Testament. What Israelite killed more enemies in his death than in his life? The answer, Samson. We see that in Judges chapter 16, verses 29 and 30. Next question. Who told the soldiers who had guarded Jesus' tomb to lie and say that the disciples had stolen the body of Jesus? The answer, the chief priest. The chief priest. It's in Matthew chapter 28, verse 13. We're gonna learn this together. Next question in the New Testament. Of what 2 spiritual gifts does Paul compare the value in the 1 Corinthians chapter 14? The answer, prophecy and speaking in tongues. Next question in Old Testament. What two things that God tell Abraham that his offspring will be as numerous as? The answer, stars and sand. That's in Genesis chapter 22, verse 17. Let's go for the next question. Old Testament. Who had a dream of the sun and moon and 11 stars bowing down to him? The answer, Joseph. We found that one. We'll find that one in Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. The next question in New Testament. The story of Jesus told about a man who was beaten and robbed, but only one man stopped to help him. It's called the parable of the good what? The answer, Samaritan. It's a good Samaritan. We'll see that in Luke chapter 10. Let's go for the next question. New Testament. What did Satan try to get Jesus to change stones into what? Into bread. We see that in Matthew chapter 4, verse 3. Yeah. The next question. To whom did the snake in the Garden of Eden say the following? Ye shall not surely die. The answer? He says that to, Eve. We found that in Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. Let's go to the next question. In Old Testament, who was the first child born in the Bible? Who was that? It was Cain. That's the first son of Adam. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. In the next question, in the New Testament, which of the disciples did Jesus tell to look after his mother just before he died on the cross? The answer, it was John. That's what he told John, look after his mother. The next question in the New Testament. What did Jesus order just after he had raised Jairus' daughter, and she began to walk? He told that she be given something to eat. Just give her something to eat. We'll see that in Mark chapter 5, verse 43. The next question is in Old Testament. How did God show his forgiveness to David for sending Uriah into the battle to be killed? The answer, give him and Bathsheba a second son after the first had died as a punishment. The next one, it's in the Old Testament. What was Hannah doing when Eli thought she was drunk? The answer, she was praying in 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 13. Next question. What did Herod, what did King Herod hear about which made him fear that John the Baptist had risen from the dead? The miracles of Jesus. That's the miracle of Jesus. Next question. In the Old Testament, how did Samson kill thousands of Philistines and himself at the same time? He pushing over the pillars of a building. That's how strong he was. The next question in the New Testament. From where did Jesus chase out merchants and money changers? Jesus knew how to get mad, huh? He was mad at the temple. We found that one in Matthew chapter 21, verse 12. Next question. In the New Testament, what was the stone pavement? What was the stone pavement? It says in John 19, verse 13, the judges sit at Jesus' trial. The next question. What group of split-hoof animals were permissible as food under the Old Testament law? The answer is found in Deuteronomy chapter 14. You can read it in there, and it says, only the cod, throwers, or ruminants. I'm gonna read that one. In the Old Testament, our next question, who wrote the Ten Commandments upon the table? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Who wrote the Ten Commandments upon the tablets? You know who? Only God. We'll see that in Exodus chapter 32, verse 16. The next question is in New Testament. Although not arrested or convicted, one of the 12 disciples was guilty of a crime after becoming one of the 12. Name the disciple and the crime. The answer? It was Judas. He was a thief. And we'll see that in the book of John, chapter 12, verse 6. The next one, in the Old Testament, who was the first murderer in the Bible? The answer is Cain. It was Cain. Cain is the first murderer. We found this in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 8. In the New Testament, the question is, on what part of Jesus' body did Mary pour perfume? The answer? On his feet. We'll see that one in the book of John, chapter 12, verse 3. The next question in the New Testament. What action of Zacharias caused his speech to return? The answer is found in Luke chapter 1, verse 63 to 64. They're writing the name of John. Next question in the New Testament. How was the woman who bled for 2 years healed? Answer. She touched the hem of Jesus' garment. Found that one? Let's read that one in Matthew chapter 9, verse 22. Next question in the Old Testament. To whom did God say, Thus shalt thou eat all the day of thy life? The answer, the serpent. It's found in Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. Next question, the New Testament. Whose death caused Jesus to seek solitude? The answer, John the Baptist, is in John chapter 14, verse 13. Next one is in Old Testament. Who fled from Solomon and stayed in Egypt until Solomon's death? The answer, Jeroboam. We'll see that one in 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 40. The next question in the New Testament. As recorded in Matthew, what happened immediately after Jesus yielded up his spirit upon the cross? The answer, the curtain or veil in the temple was torn in two. We'll see that one in Matthew chapter 27, verse 51. Next question. Who died in Judges chapter 1, verse 1? The answer is Joshua. Next question. Of whom and by whom was it said, Neither hath this man seen nor his parents? Answer, the man who was blind from birth by Jesus. It's in John chapter 3, verse 9. Next question in Old Testament. Who does the Bible say could not keep warm even with covers when he was old? The answer, David. We'll find that one in 1 Kings chapter 1. Next question, Old Testament. After Adam and Eve sinned, how did God guard the Garden of Eden? The answer, with cherubim, or an angel and a flaming sword. It's in Genesis chapter 3, verse 24. Next question in the New Testament. Who said the following, Lord, save us, we perish? The answer, the disciples. Next question. What activity was Jesus justifying when he said, Which one of you shall have a donkey or an ox falling into a pit, and will not straightway pull him out on the Sabbath day? We can do on the Sabbath day when it's really important like this. The answer, healing. We can do on Sabbath day on healing. We'll see that one in Luke chapter 14, verse 5. The next question, New Testament. What part of Peter's mother-in-law did Jesus touch to have the fever leave her? Her hand. Jesus touched her hand. And we'll see that one in the book of Matthew, chapter 8, verses 14 to 15. Next question. After what incident in the Old Testament? After what incident did God give man permission to eat meat? The flood. We'll see that one in the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verses 3 and 4. Next question. In the Old Testament, to whom did God say, "On your belly shall you go, and dust shall you eat"? To the serpent. That's the same question. That's in Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. In the New Testament, the next question is, fill in the following blank with one word. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly blank praising God. The answer, the host, the heavenly host praising God. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 13. Next question, in the Old Testament, which book records that the visible hand of God wrote on a parable in a palace wall? Which book records that the visible hand of God wrote on a palace wall? The answer, Daniel. And we'll see that one in Daniel chapter 5, verses 5 to 12. In the Old Testament, question, what did the poor widow give to charity, thereby earning Jesus' praise? The answer, 2 coins or 2 mites. We found that one in the book of Luke 21, verses 1 to 4. Next question in the New Testament. How was Stephen, the first Christian martyr, killed? The answer, he was stoned. And we can read that one in the book of Acts chapter 7, verse 50. Next question. Old Testament. Who wore goat skins on his arms to trick his blind father Isaac into believing he was his brother? Who wore goat skins on his arm to trick his blind father Isaac into believing he was his brother? He was Jacob. Jacob is a tricky son. We will read that one in Genesis chapter 27, verse 16. Next question. In the Old Testament, what did Jacob choose his 14 years service to Laban? Answer, all the non-wild animal from Laban's livestock. We'll see that one in Genesis chapter 30, verse 32. Next Question. New Testament. To whom did Jesus say, "Upon his rock I will build my church"? The answer, Peter or Simon. Simon Peter. We will see that one in the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 18. Next question. What was the first act of King Saul which offended God? Offering sacrifices. It was the exclusive function of the priest. And we can read that one in 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 12 to 14. Next question. Which disciple is traditionally known as the beloved? It was John. Next question. From which son of Noah did Abraham descend? Shem. It was Shem. In Genesis chapter 11, verses 30 to 32. Next question. Which book contains the statement, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith"? Answer. Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. Next question. Why did Joseph and Mary travel from Nazareth to Bethlehem? Answer. For taxation or for a census. That's in the book of Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. Next question. Which Israelite judge counseled from under a palm tree? Deborah. That's in Judges chapter 4, verse 5. Next question. After whose death did the government of the Israelites come under the authority of the judges? Joshua. It was Joshua, that's the answer. We'll see that one in Judges chapter 1, verse 2. Next question. Who said, "I am innocent of the blood of this just person"? See you to 8. Answer. Pilate. Yeah. That's in Matthew 27, verse 24. Next question. Who acquired the name of Jerubbaal by destroying an altar? Answer is Gideon. It's in Judges chapter 6, verse 32. New Testament. Who baptized Jesus? It was John the Baptist. In Matthew chapter 3, verse 13. Next question. How did Moses turn bitter water at Marah sweet? Through a tree. He threw a tree which the Lord has shown him into it. It's in Exodus 15, verse 25. Next question. What did the Israelite priest carry as a signal for the people to cross the river Jordan? It was the Ark of Covenant. It's in Joshua chapter 3, verses 13 to 14. In the New Testament, here is the question. who said the following: Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. The answer: the wise men or the Magi. And we'll read that one with Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. Next question. Was just gonna be this is gonna be the last question, and we'll do it next time. What is the significance of the two cities, Pithom and Ramses, during the time of the Israelite captivity in Egypt? The answer: they were built by the Israelites under brutal taskmaster who hoped to reduce their strength, is in Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. In the New Testament, this is the last question. What task was given to Stephen and six other men in the early days of the apostles? The answer: food distribution to widows. It's in Acts chapter 7, verses 1 to 5. Alright, guys, that's it for today, and we will continue it next time. I hope we learn together this Bible question and answer. So have a blessed day, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. God bless. Bye bye.